Hey guys, and welcome to the stream. Welcome to our bonus live stream of the week. In today's video, I'm going to teach you step by step how to paint some gouache portraits, you guys. It's going to be super duper exciting. Welcome to the stream. I think I said that about 5,000 times. But yeah, I'm going to show you step by step how to paint this portrait. And just in case you guys are new around here, my name is Danielle from Creative Girl of Color. And if you like art, stuttering, and and people that don't know where they are, you definitely need to subscribe to this channel. Okay? But yeah, welcome you guys. Welcome in. If you happen to be, let's do some housekeeping first of all. Okay? If you happen to be on the replay, don't forget to put down hash down. Words are hard this week, okay? Don't forget to put down hashtag replay crew, okay? And let me know where you're coming in at, what type of art you would like to see. And welcome to all the new subscribers and the new people coming through the streams. I'm glad you guys are here. So yeah, let me move my props, okay? This is kind of like my reference photo you're going to see off to the side. Today, I have a reference photo because I wanted to be able to specifically draw what I needed to draw. And I didn't want to do any sort of guessing and like whatever. But yeah. So we're gonna be using some acrylic gouache. I'm gonna go over all the materials. Everything that I'm using is down in the description box below, so you guys can have access to that. And don't forget to subscribe and like and all the things. If you like this sort of rambling live streams, you can put me on as you kind of flow through your day. Put me on the background, maybe doing dinner, lunch, whatever, doing some laundry, and you're trying to kill some time. Other than that, if you're painting along with me, you can grab our weekly coloring page over on my Patreon at patreon.com/creative girl of color. Again, all the links are down below. But yeah, welcome. Oh my god, it's absolutely insane, you guys. Absolutely insane. I can't even, like, I had such a crazy week. Again, if you happen to be putting a replay or you're watching live after the live stream, I will try my best to make sure I put all the timestamps down so that you guys can kind of skip around as you flow through the video and you don't have to listen to me rambling and talking to myself. And yeah, don't mind my nails. I had a busy day, a busy week, and I didn't even have time to get them done. So just roll with it. It's a messy messy hair day. And I had like a very stressful, hectic week. What about you? All right. So I'm going to be using watercolor brushes, my same watercolor brushes that I always use. And I'm going to be using just different sizes. It doesn't really matter. You can use whatever you want, whatever you have available, just pop it out. And I am just using a filbert, a flathead, and I'm using, these are like synthetic brushes. And then I have my favorite, which is the black velvet. This is like the Rolls Royce of like brushes, but you don't have to use this. This is like not mandatory. You can kind of use whatever you want. And I'm also going to be using some acrylic gouache. Yes, it's a difference. The difference between regular gouache and acrylic gouache is acrylic gouache actually dries really fast. Well, they can both kind of dry fast, but acrylic gouache when it dries, it is actually permanent. So that's the difference between regular gouache and acrylic gouache. So that's why I like to use this because it's good for layering. It's very similar to acrylic paint, but yet you can do a lot of like thin washes, heavy washes, yada, yada, yada. So that's kind of where I'm at and why I've decided to always go with acrylic gouache. But you can use whatever materials that you want to use. It's up to you. It's your world. We're just living in it. And of course, today is not our regular live stream that we usually go live. We're doing a bonus live stream because I happened to miss our last live stream that we were doing. This is why you see me today. You guys are getting a little treat. And then I'm using 2 different brands of gouache. I got Turner gouache, and then I have my favorite, which is Holbein. And they both kind of pricey, but you can just go with the regular gouache and keep it moving. Arteza also has a brand of gouache. Let me show you. Here's Arteza's brand of gouache. Oh, let me put it right here. So that's Arteza's brand of gouache. I don't really like their brand of gouache, so I don't really use it as much, but I do have it in case I need it. I also like jelly gouache, which is just regular gouache. Again, it doesn't dry permanent, so it's a different with the way you handle it. So that's kind of what you got to think about as you kind of flow through and yada yada yada, right? So I have my porcelain palette off to the side per usual, right? If you happen to be on my Patreon and you're looking for this coloring page, it's not up yet because I was running late, of course. Especially if you guys if you're not in the community tab, which means you're not subscribed. And if you're not subscribed, what are you doing with your life, sis? What are you doing with your life? So you wouldn't know that I put up an announcement a couple of days ago. That's why I missed the last live stream, because my son has been like sick. He's been like running a fever. You know the drill. If you have kids, they always sick. They always catching some sort of weird plague or weird whatever, like you do, right, from school. So that's kind of why we're doing a live stream today. So I have 2 different porcelain palettes, and you would have kind of missed that announcement if you not subscribed to the channel and you're not on the community tab where I put up a lot of updates, or you're not in Discord. So anyway, like I said, this coloring page will be available after the live stream. So I'm using 2 different types of porcelain palettes because it's better for mixing paint, especially when it comes to acrylic and watercolor. However, you don't have to use this. You can use whatever you want. Okay, you guys? So I'm put this off to the side. And then, of course, I have my spray bottle. Handy dandy spray bottle. This is good for spraying your paint, keeping your palette moist. And, of course, you got to have your bowls of water, the elixir of water, right? And I have 2 because it's good for dirty and clean water when it comes to acrylic and gouache or watercolor. You need to have those 2 different things going on. So yeah. All right. So I thought this would be a fun little, hopefully it'll be quick. I don't know if it will, but I thought this would be a fun little thing we could do together. That's why I picked this particular drawing, this particular thing. Oh, and also I did the actual drawing of this, which will be available just for patrons, but I haven't edited it yet. Is that even a word? Edited it? I haven't edited yet. Okay. So I will let you guys know when it's actually available and you can be able to see whatever is going on. All right. So I think this is going to be a fun little project, and it's going to be something that you can kind of do and chill and have a relaxing kind of like painting session. So, of course, I'm going to start with the hair because the hair is the funnest part. Is it not? Afros and coils, afros and flowers. We're still following the same pattern, okay? All right, so I'm going to put my brushes in the water like you do. Look, this is coming loose. And you know, I paid a lot of money for these like custom brushes from I bought it from this artist. So that's why you have to be careful who you partner with, because the people that make that brush is not great. Anyway, we'll kind of talk about I want to know, the question of the day is, how's your week? What's been going on? What have you been up to? What sort of creative projects have you been working on? I really want to know. because I have some stories for you guys on what I've been doing all week. Because of course, TikTok has had me in a chokehold. I'm in a chatty mood today. I don't know why. So I think I'll probably be yapping more than painting. But no, we're gonna get into the painting now. All right. So let me put out some paint. So I'm gonna do the different colors. Like I tell you, I always do 2 yellows, 2 blues, 2 primaries, 2 of all the primaries. And it's kind of dark out. Sorry for the lighting, you guys. It's dark. It's a rainy day here. I don't know what about you guys, but and I mean it's almost 6 o'clock, so it's gonna get really dark soon. Yeah, buddy. All right, so I'm gonna put out, of course, the primaries, but I'm also gonna put out some secondary colors, which are the greens and stuff like that, or convenience colors, which you can mix those colors if you need to. For those of you that are regulars here, I like to explain things over and over again because sometimes there's a lot of new people that kind of come through and they may not be familiar with just like the basics. So that's why you'll kind of see how I just explain stuff over and over again, especially for those of you that are regulars or that are like familiar with painting. All right, so the white will go here. I don't know where I got hair all in the paint. I got all sorts of stuff going on for real. And just in case you guys are wondering, I put out like the 2 different types. I have quinacridone magenta, um, ultramarine blue. That's like my favorite. And you can do any sort of black. It doesn't really matter. Of course, you gotta have to have white, yellow ochre, cadmium yellow, the yellow. You gotta have definitely 2 yellows, 2 reds. You can never go wrong with 2 reds. And here is permanent yellow. So you can use a permanent yellow or a cadmium yellow. For the most part, you'll never find a full cadmium color. I don't know if I like permanent yellow though, but you know what? It'll do. It'll do, donkey. It will do. Okay. I don't know why I'm always talking in like some weird English accent. Some weird English accent. Okay. Oh, and you gotta have, of course, for the flesh colors, the skin tones. You want to do like a burnt sienna. Oh yeah, yeah. All right. So this is where the spray bottle comes in handy. You want to definitely spray your palette. I think one spray is kind of good enough to kind of keep things together. And then I'm going to put it off to the side for a minute. I feel like things are on my hands. I'm just straightening stuff out. Straighten it out, baby. All right, I'm moving the mic a little bit so y'all might hear a little bit of knocking around. Knocking around, okay, guys? Let me bring my water bottle a little bit closer. Hey D, and welcome to the stream. How you doing? What's popping? How you feeling? Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are doing well. I don't even know if this is a good time to go live, but we're here. Started at the bottom, now we're here, right? All right, so let's start with the hair. So I'm going to bring this over. As you can see, the hair is pretty dark, so we're going to start with that. But I'm going to put my palette there because I feel like it's important for you guys to see the palette. Of course, I'm going to do a little bit of blue. Now, I could just go in with straight black, but I'm not going to because put some purple in there. Going with straight black is going to be too dark and it's going to look flat. So that's why I'm not doing it. And I'm going to mix my own black. So I just put some burnt sienna and purple and blue together. Put it together. And then we can kind of work our way however we see fit after that. And you see how that looks black instantly, but it really isn't black. It's really like a dark, very dark brown, very dark blue. So it reads as black. So I'm going in, try to avoid hold up. Let me zoom in, you guys. Let me zoom in. I hope y'all are ready. Boom. All right. I just wanted to make sure y'all were ready. All right. So I'm trying my best to kind of avoid the flowers. And I'm going in with this dark color again because at the base of things, at the base of the hair, it's going to be the most dark. And as you move out from the hair, from the base of the hair, things are just going to get brighter and lighter. Sorry, I'm kind of like trying to focus in. I'm just like using the tip of my brush for real. That's why I like this brush because it has like a pointy tip. And I'm going to do like some wispies right here because it'll signify like there's something there. Sorry for the glare. It looks insane. Sorry for the glare, yeah, yeah. And of course, I'm starting on the far left of my page because I'm right-handed. So it makes sense for me to do that. As you can see, I'm kind of like filling things in. Be careful as you go across the face, go near the face because especially with this really dark color, you don't want to get too close to that with this really dark color because then it's going to be hard for you to remove it once you get it in there. So you definitely want to be careful with that. All right, so now that we kind of did this base right here on this side, I'm going to go in and let's zoom you out really quick. Or maybe not. I'm going to spray my palette, make sure it stays the way I want it. All right, let's zoom you out. All right, now is when I'm going to add like less dark color and more like brown color, right? Because you want it to be like a gradient. I don't know how to explain it, but like a gradient, right? And I mean, preferably you should try to do this um when all the paint is kind of wet. So you can kind of see where the dark begins and the light, like it's starting to transition into something a little bit lighter. You can see that. And then we can go into, if you really want the tips to be light, you can add like yellow ochre or something like that. Ugh. And have some paper towel off to the side to kind of rub your excess. Sorry, that glare is insane, but y'all can see it right there. The glare is there because my light is above. So see, you can add yellow ochre in, and that will give you like a light kind of tip here. Even though that's not in the original picture, but right, you can do what you want for real. You can do what you want for real. But make sure, and then you're gonna have to come back in and kind of make it darker anyway. Or make it, or do more layers, I mean. You gotta come back in and do more layers, girl. So I'm gonna go back into that dark and just mix it, or you can mix it like this too. Whatever you want to do. As long as you get the dark color in between, you can do a lot of different variations, but you can do whatever you want as far as the gradient goes. It's like so dark, you guys. I need to come on here earlier. Ow. Ooh. Sorry, it was I had an emergency. The fun part of aging is that things start hurting that never used to hurt before. And you're like, what? You're like, why is that hurting? Like, I don't get it. Like, why is it hurting? Like, why? Nobody told me. Like, I didn't get the memo. I swear to God, it's like false advertisement. It's like your body's like, oh, sure. You can have all the fun you want, but it's an expiration date on it. It's like, oh yeah, you think you're gonna like being able to like chill and shake your butt on the dance floor until whenever. I mean, I guess you can do it, but you're not gonna be pain free. You know what I mean? You're not going to be pain free, darling. You're just not. So don't even try to think you are. I don't know. I guess if you a type person like you've been like really active and healthy all your life, then you probably have. I dipped into the black. I let it do its thing. I dipped into the black, you guys. I did it. But anyway, yeah, if you're one of those people like you like been really like if you were like hip to something that the rest of us really wasn't thinking about when we were in our 20s, like for the most part people are in your 20s, you just thinking about partying, going out, chilling, having a good time. You're not thinking about the fact that, oh, you need your body for the rest of your life. Ah, that's like a weird concept. You need your body for like your whole life. Oh, and don't get me started of the teeth. Like you need your teeth too. Like, because I was telling my son, he's like, why do I have to brush my teeth? I'm like, huh? I was like, you only have one set of teeth. Well, especially after you reach a certain age, you only have one set of teeth for the rest of your life. One set of teeth for the rest of your life, girl. That's all you got. That's what I was telling my son. So I was like, oh, if you don't take care of it, your teeth is gonna be rotting out of your head when you get my age. So this is what it kind of looks like. Let me tilt it up a little bit. Hopefully you guys are able to see it. Hopefully. Hmm. Sorry, I'm just looking at it on my screen so I can see what it's gonna look like for you guys. But as you can see, like it's gonna have a lot of flowers, a lot of like fun things going on. And so even if it looks flat for you, once you kind of put the flowers in, that's when the fun begins, right? The fun begins, darling. So always do your base of your hair first. Make sure you put that afro in first before you put any sort of embellishments on top. Any sort of embellishments on top, darling. Okay? I mean, once after I get this in, I'm gonna show you guys. Lately, I have still been like TikTok has had me in a chokehold once again. So I bought something that I had no business buying that I didn't really need because I mean if you don't know, I'm like a I don't buy a lot of like fashiony, like frugal, like frivolous things, but I am a pocketbook like fiend and I am obsessed with perfumes and it has to be a really good perfume. I don't mean like the toilette perfume that you buy and like Victoria's Secrets or something. I mean like Chanel number 5 type of caliber of perfume, Jill Malone, stuff like that. So you already know. When I was on TikTok, of course, the perfume gods got a hold of me and was like, "Oh, you like perfume? Look at this perfume. Look at that perfume." Da, 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 da. And everybody's like talking about all the perfumes they're getting and da da da. Da. Sorry, let me just fill this in really quick. So yeah, like people are like all of a sudden I'm just getting all of these people and it's like sneaky the way they advertise on the way a lot of those influencers kind of advertise stuff on TikTok. Cause you be thinking like, oh, they're just showing me a product that they really, really love, but in like a down to earth way. But really it's them selling you, secretly selling you some shit. So yeah, I fell down the rabbit hole because I ain't had no business doing it. And yeah, part of the rabbit hole thing is that um is that you buy a bunch of shit you ain't got no business buying. And then it's like so easy to buy. At first I was like skeptical of buying stuff on TikTok because I thought like, oh my God, they're gonna get my information and they're gonna sell it to the highest bidder. Like you start having all these conspiracy theories, especially if you start like listening to like the crazy people online, the conspiracy theorists, online. They're like, oh, TikTok is after you and da da da, whatever. Aaron, anywho, so but I didn't fall for it. I didn't fall for the conspiracy theorists. And it's just like way too good to give in. I mean, it's no way to not give in when you see these things. I think that turned green. You got to be careful with those yellows, you guys. Be careful with the yellows. Yeah, yeah. I don't know why I had to sing that, but I had to. You're welcome. You are welcome. So of course I could not live stream until my son was feeling a lot better, and now he is. So now I can function. Cause I don't know about y'all, but if my family's not good, then I just can't function. I don't know what it is. I just can't, especially if it has to do with like my kids or when my mom was alive. It was hard to function and stuff, especially when somebody you love is sick. All right, cool. Wow, spirit fingers, spirit fingers. All right, cool. So we did that. We kind of got that in. I think one or two layers is good. You don't necessarily have to do more than that. We're gonna wash out our brush. Hey y'all, and the gang is all here. Auto addict, what is up? I don't even think I said that name properly. But welcome to the stream, you guys. Deborah, hey, how you doing, girl? Oh, grandbaby is sleeping, so you watching it on mute? Thank you. Said it's looking good. Thank you so much. So yeah, this is basically if you guys are painting along with me or you happen to be following along whenever, definitely make sure you dry each layer before you move on. Let's just put it that way. So if you're doing the afro first, let it dry, let it fully dry, and then you can go on top and start doing the flowers. So in the meantime, while it dries, if you see it look shiny, you see how it's shiny? If you see it still looks shiny, it still has like patches of like wet. That's not dry. I mean, yeah. So first layer we have down and we're ready to roll. I'm trying to figure out. So how old is your grandbaby? How old is the grandbabes? You gotta get your. You definitely gotta get some rest when these kids are asleep, for real. My son is not a baby anymore, but he is. When he's sick, he definitely is a baby. He returns back into a baby, you know? So we're just allowing this to naturally dry. If you are like to a point where you don't want it to naturally dry, you could always whip out your blow dryer and dry it. I'm not gonna do it on stream because it dries out my palette, it burns up my equipment, so I'm not gonna do it. So we just let it dry naturally, my girls. So it still has a little bit of wet patches. So I'm gonna show you what perfume, and we're gonna open my perfume live on stream because I have to share it with somebody, right? I literally went downstairs and got the perfume. I don't even think it was that much money. I think it was like $20, $30. I don't know. 20 $30, whatever. Um, which I mean, for real, I think it was another perfume that I really, really wanted, but I did not want to spend no more than 20 to something dollars. Like, you know, we on a budget around here, okay? Wait, hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right. I'm gonna we're gonna unpack it. I don't know why that just turned my mic down. I don't need you to like control my mic. Anyway, let me show you what I got, y'all. All right, I don't know where it went to. Hold on. Oh, duh. Duh. It's like right here. All right. So this is like a viral. I probably need to do like a whole thing. But anyway, this is like a viral freaking perfume that's been going around all over TikTok. I seen it like all on my page all the time. So I was like, you know what, girl? And then she was like, ooh, and it looks like a lollipop or whatever you call it. Let's open it for real. I wonder if any of you guys smelled it or like bought it. Let's see. What does it say on the back? Doesn't really tell you what it is. It just gives you like it says aqua. So agua. So does that mean that it's gonna be like watery? Is it gonna be like I hate buying perfumes and they turn into like it, after 2 hours it's the smell is gone because that's not good. Ooh, okay, so here's what we got. Ooh. Ooh, it is cute. Look at that, you guys. It is cute. Now, straight out the box, I can smell it. Okay. I can smell it. Super cute. What do you guys think? I don't know. I don't know. Hmm. Has a little logo on it. It's real cute. Real cute. And then like it looks like a pop stick or ice cream. Really freaking cute. Oh my god. All right. So let's smell it. It's really heavy too. Really heavy. So far, I can smell it a little bit. I don't know if I like it. I feel a headache coming on. Look at it, you guys. It's really heavy though. All right, let's see what we got. What do we have? I hope I don't like put it on my thing. Hold on. All right, I did a little bit. You see, a little bit is on there. I don't want OD and do too much. You got to do the little, pressure points. Exactly, right? It looks like a popsicle for real. It does look like a popsicle. Okay. Whew. Okay. So far, I mean, straight out the bottle is super strong. Also, why I bought it because I like fruity scents. So I was told that it was like a fruity scent. So yeah. Hmm. I don't know. It's like a meh. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of subtle. It smells like pineapples a little bit, but like when you was like in grade school and you had your first little perfume from like the Dollar Tree. Yeah, I don't know. Hmm. I don't know. I don't really like it like that. I guess we'll see. We'll see how it lasts. If it lasts, then I could probably be like, probably. But it is cute, and it's like, yeah, the bottle is. I think it's. I'm more excited about the bottle than I am about the actual scent, which is a problem. So yeah. Anyway, while we did that, we had a chance for our painting to dry. So it's mostly dry except little spots here and there, right? It's definitely stuck in my nose. Stuck in the nostrils for real. Ooh. And I'm getting water all over my painting. Water all over the painting, darling. All right. Now let's move on, and we could I want to kind of still finish working on the hair. So let's move into the second phase where we'll work on the flowers and stuff like that, since things are mostly dry. All right. And it's probably best if you go in and spray your palette a third and fourth time too. Move this over just a smidge. And I think I need some more blue paint too. Yeah, that's not a great smell. Sometimes you have to. Maybe it's just my chemistry, because perfumes are very weird like that. They're very weird with chemistry. Every perfume is not for everybody. Even if it's like a viral thing, I would definitely recommend you test stuff out before you decide whether you want something or not. Because everything is not meant for everybody, for real. All right, so we got a lot of different colors in the hair. So I guess we can kind of start like that. And we can kind of move around as we kind of go through things. Be careful as you kind of mix this stuff around too. Hmm. I could probably, you know what? It's probably good to have two different palettes, really. So I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna just use this palette for like mostly like flowers and stuff like that. So you can have the mixing of it all. And you gotta have like a lemon yellow paint. Lemon yellow paint. Oh, and it has purple. Great. Great. Mm, I don't know why I couldn't resist that. Yeah, I don't like how that smells. I have to wipe that off real quick. I don't like how it smells at all. It doesn't smell well. I mean, you get what you pay for. Let's just say that because for real, like, no, girl. All right. So wait, let's spray, spray and pray. Definitely get what you pay for real. That smells like more like a. I don't know why I'm gonna talk about this the whole stream. That smells more like a man perfume for real. I'm not even gonna lie to you for real. It smells. Oh no! See, I'm like so irritated. I mixed that in with my yellow. I'm gonna have to mix more yellow. Mix some more yellow, darling. Yeah, but you definitely get what you pay for because I have like a lot of different types of paint, like perfumes and stuff, like Valentino and stuff like that. And Valentino, that doesn't smell like that. I don't know. It's like very weird. I hate it. I hate it here. Like I hate it. Then mix some white in with my yellow. Remember what I told you guys, depending on the type of yellow you have, that's going to depend on the type of green you get and vice versa, right? So that's something you want to think about if you kind of thinking about mixing yellow. And if you want to make a yellow more opaque, you definitely want to add white to it, because by nature yellow is not very opaque. It's not very opaque, darling. All right, and let's put it here. So you're definitely gonna have to add some sort of white to it. I'm just filling in where I see that I need to have this color. Filling in while I can. It's supposed to be a flower there, but what happened to it? Did I not put it in there? I don't know. I don't know, darling. I need some different yellow. And there's another type of yellow. There we go. Another type of yellow. There we go. This is like a darker yellow. I think that's like cadmium, like medium cadmium, something like that yellow. Whatever. All yellows are not created equal, okay? Sorry to burst your bubble, but all yellows are not created equal. They're just not. All right. So let's wash off our brush, double dip, dip and stip. And we got some purple in here. We're just filling in colors as we see it, and then we can go back in and add more layers and in detail later. For now, let's put some of this and a little bit of that. I got hair in my palette. God Lord. Try not to mix yellow and purple together, because that won't be good. You'll get green or brown and it's going to look insane. It's not meant to be mixed together. So be careful if you do that. All right, so I mixed a little bit of magenta in there just to give me a variation. Just give me a little bit of variation like you do. And see, it's already mixing in there. It's trying to take over. It's trying to spread its wings into the blessed area. It's tried to spread its wings and infiltrates it into my yellow. Damn blasted ass yellow man. Spread your wings somewhere else, my people. Spread your wings somewhere else. Okay, and this is purple. Again, things always look crazy before they look good. So go with it, flow with it. It's going to be a very ugly stage of the painting. Things are going to look splotchy. You have to make sure you go in and add additional um look at this. Damn blasted ass thing. Like, hello? You have to make sure you go in and you add layers to things. That's the most important part is adding those layers, getting that texture in there. Right? All right, so I'm going straight in with the red. Okay. The red is like, I'm out of here, sis. Like, I've had enough. Okay? She was like, I'm out of here. I don't even want to hear it, for real. She's like, I had enough of you. The red is out of here. So just go in, take your time. Again, you could do the flowers as detailed or undetailed as you want, impressionistic, realistic, hyper realistic. Do whatever you want for real. I'm just showing you the technique and then you can take it from there and kind of figure out like, do I want to go a step further? Do I want to do more? Because the more detail you add and the more layers you add, the more realistic something will be for real. So keep that in mind, darling. If you want your reds to be, so if you want a red, this is like a basic red. I'm gonna wipe the excess off my brush. Then you can go into the yellow, and then that'll give you a different variation of that red, right? So then the more yellow you add, then it'll turn into like an orange, right? And then you can kind of go in like that, right? Start going in like that. And then you get into like the fire red type of scene right there. It turns into a totally different color once you add that yellow to it, right? Totally different. Totally. Right? I need to try that technique where you add two different colors to your brush and then it'll give you two different like things, outcomes. I wonder. I really wonder. I need to kind of experiment with that and see kind of how I would feel. Now with this one, I'm only gonna do the inside of it. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm only gonna do the inside of that. Because this is more of a pansy, I think. It's a pansy. No pun intended, right? Yeah. And see, even now that I'm picking up different colors, I'm getting a totally different purple. I'm getting a muted kind of purple. And that's not what I want. So I'm going to wipe off my brush, get that yellow and orange out of my brush so I can have pure purple. And then I'll get like pure purple again. At least I think I will. And then I'll add a little white to it. I have white on my other palette. And yeah. Mm. And then this is purple too. Can't really see it from here, but it is purple. Purple and yellow really go well together. So, I mean, technically, you could do all purple and yellow. You don't have to have any red. That's whole. You really don't. I mean, but since I put red in there, I'm going to follow through with the red. I want to know what you guys have been washing a lot of lately. Ooh. And I'm sticking my hand in the paint. That's nice. Sticking my hand in the paint, baby. I've been watching a lot of crime shows lately, like you do. And I don't know what it is. It's like once you reach a certain age, that's all you watch is crime shows. I'm turning into my mother for real. I'm turning into my mother. Crime shows and cooking shows. That's all you want. That's like your whole life, your whole existence. Once you reach a certain age for real. You're like, oh, like you want to watch that crime show? People are like, not really. Like, not really. Well, why don't you want to watch this crime show? Like, are you like against crime? Then, which is a stupid question for real. Like, are you against crime? Dun, 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 dun. I thought I had a peach color here. You know, you gotta have some type of peach. Peach cobblers. Speaking of peach cobbler, I haven't had peach cobbler in a very long time, you guys. It's been quite some time. I think decades, really, since I've had peach cobbler. I'm really honest. I'm dropping my popsicle down to the ground. So it's been quite some time, I think, since I've had. I'm gonna do pink because yeah, just roll with me, y'all. Roll with me. And yeah, but I haven't had any sort of what's the name in a very long time. No peach cobbler. The cob. I will come back to that and go in with a different color later. So just bear with me. Again, things are going to look hideous until they don't. So sometimes you got to trust the process, even if you feel like things look crazy. And never hesitate to just go back in and be like, okay, I don't like that. Like right here where I got like messed that up. Oh, Lordy. So yeah, anyway, right here where I kind of messed that up, you go in. Like I have some acrylic markers over here. Ow, ow, ow. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna dig into my black paint. So you go in with black paint using your brush, right? And you can always fill in those spots that you missed or whatever, or that you feel like you messed up. And definitely around the seat of a flower, you definitely want to have more of like a black paint, straight up black, just to go right there. So you can sit that flower dead into the hair. Because I mean, in real life, that's what it would be, right? It would be right where the flowers are. You're gonna have that really dark kind of shadow underneath. But if you're not steady on your hands, you could also go in with your handy dandy acrylic marker, pen, whatever. And this is a black one I'm using, and it's an acrylic marker. So I'm gonna go in and see, you can go in like that too. And you get very precise stuff going on. But again, you got to be quite careful with doing this because this can be permanent, especially if you're not really familiar with acrylic markers. You definitely want to be careful going in with that because if it's permanent, it's going to be hard for you to remove it if you don't like it. So make sure it's what you want, girl. Or, just commit to it and keep it moving. Like Bob Ross says, it's a happy accident, right? It's a happy accident, okay? Happy accidents happen, right? Let me see, I got some yellow. So I can go in the centers because this has yellow. Same thing with this. This has a yellow center. So little acrylic markers are good for this because you can go over this and it'll still be opaque, right? Same thing here, right? Go over it and it'll still be opaque, baby. So I love a good acrylic marker. I'm just gonna go in and fill in. Most of these flowers have this yellow center. Like as you can see, yellow center, yellow centers. Some of them are less prominent than others, but you can do what you want again because it's your painting for real. It's your painting for real. You know what I'm saying? You can do what you want for real. This has like yellow and pink and some other stuff. This has yellow. Lots of yellow in this particular piece. Why? I don't know, but it is. Lots of yellow. I never realized that. But I like it nonetheless. Like it nonetheless. Right. Alright. Cool. Very nice. Very nice. So this is kind of like my favorite part, fiddling around with the flowers. I really like the combination of florals and in the hair, about the hair, doing things with the hair. Okay. I don't know what happened to my other brush though. Whatever. Make it work. We will make it work. All right. So back into the red we go. And it's like back piece. This is like a broken tulip almost because it has like bits of red, but it also has like the white part of it. So yeah. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I love broken tulips. Okay? Your girl loves a good broken tulip. Okay? You can't tell me nothing. Even though broken tulips are basically diseased flowers. But I love them so much, though. I'm not even gonna hold you. I really, really like them a lot. A lot. Okay? They're like my favorite thing of all times. I really like them a lot. I don't know if I like that. It's like a big glob of goo right there. So, ooh, let's wipe it off. Wipe it off. It's fine. Again, if you make a mistake like I just did, don't panic. You can just wait till it dries and go back over it because that looks insane. I hate it. But yeah, I love a good broken tulip. But besides the fact that it is actually a diseased flower, you can't find that flower anywhere for real anymore. So there's that. That flower. I forgot to put some stuff here. Hold on, y'all. Losing my train of thought. That flower only used to grow like it was heavily grown like in the 17th century, 16th century, something like that. That's when you would see a lot of those flowers and stuff like that. That's when like the English court was like really obsessed with like flowers and it really showed status. Could you believe it? Like we lived in a society where, well, at least the British did, where like it was really a status symbol if you had like a beautiful garden, top of the line, appliances, whatever. Even a pineapple. Like if you could get a pineapple, like bitch, you were like the talk of the town. Like, did you know so and so had a pineapple? Like, really? No, I did not know that. So yeah, pineapples was big business for real. Big business. Pineapples was big business, baby. And I won't get into why they were big business. You can kind of research that on your own time. And, it's kind of depressing why it was big business, but, or why it was like considered a status symbol type of thing. So, yeah. Why it was considered a status symbol, baby. Let me know. Let me know. Yeah. All right. Let me see. What color is that? Oh, that's also yellow. I mean, red. It's also red. I don't like how brown that looks at the top. So I think I'm going to go in and do something else with that. Mm-hmm. Let me know. All right, so we'll do that. And a little bit of a lighter color at the top. Lighter purple at the top. Because why not? All right, like you do. Just to give it a little like break in the color, I guess. Not that I'm gonna be doing like extensive flower action, but you get what I'm saying, right? extensive flower action is not going to be happening. All right, let's see if we can do it here. Let's do this. Because flowers are a big thing. Like, you could take all day just doing a flower for real. Because it has so many dimensions. It's kind of very similar to like portraits. So kind of think about that as you're flowing through. Very similar to portraits. Let me know. Let me know. But yeah, if you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button, you guys. It helps your girl out in the algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I remember I was in somebody's stream and they were like, they was like, you need to subscribe to me. If you not gonna subscribe to me, I'm not saying nothing. I was like, whoa. So you like try to like straw guard people? Like, I don't get it. What's happening? Let's just say she was upset. Like, you know? Like, you gotta be grateful when people are, because people don't have to do it. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be grateful when people do it. So just know I'm grateful for those of you that have subscribed and continue to show up, because you could be doing it with anybody for real. Mm-hmm. Oh, and it is pouring rain out there, you guys. And this is definitely a cozy night to like chill with your man and some wine, wherever you are around the world. Hopefully, it's a cozy rainy night for you too. It's actually making me sleepy for real. I was supposed to cook some, but I think I might just order for real because I don't feel like it. What are you guys cooking for din tonight? That's what I want to know. What are you cooking for dinner? What do you have going on? Help a girl out. Let me know. Let's see. I will say though, that Arteza definitely stays a lot more. That paint stays a lot more dry. Not dry, but wet. Yeah, not dry. I'm putting a little bit of like orange stuff at the bottom of this flower just to make it a little more interesting. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna wipe off some of that because I don't know if I fully want it like that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's some yellow over there in that area. Let's put some dark centers in there. The dark centers of a tool. I think I have any. So it looks very close to our picture, right? Very close, very close. Right? Love that for us. Love that so much for us. I'm gonna put some dark in here somewhere. Do I have a dark one? Maybe. Let me see. Yeah, this is kind of dark. I don't know if that goes because it's like the hair is already dark. So I don't know if I like it or not. Don't know if I like it or not at all. But we'll roll with it, right? We will roll with it. I'm trying to find a. Let me see. That looks really dark because I'm trying to find something to put in her eyes if I can find it. You know what? It's fine. We'll just have to use the old fashioned. Because I'm kind of happy with the hair at this point. Again, you can really go in and do more and more and more and more and more and more and really go in with the details, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to move on. And we're going to focus in on her like eyes and stuff like that. Interesting. Interesting. I was just looking at my paintbrush, and this is why I said I don't really recommend this company because look, see the cracks in it? I don't know if you can see it or not. But you can see all the cracks in it right there. It looks insane. And it's like, that's a lot of money to have cracks in your shit. You know what I mean? If you're gonna buy specialty brushes, you can't be having no cracks in there, homeboy. You just can't. You know what I'm saying? All right. I need to focus on the eyes here. So let me get a little bit of the brown. I'm just gonna go in and just do the eyes. Put some color down like you do. And we're gonna go in with the like light brown. Just to get some color down. You know, like you do. And then we would go in. I'm gonna use my marker, but you can use just regular gray paint for this if you want to. But if I can find my marker, we will use it. We shall use it. Where it is, I don't know, but now. Sorry, guys. All right, found it. So I'm using my regular gray midi liner, but this is like a water-based marker. So it's kind of like using watercolor. And I'm just going to go into the eyes right here. And really, if I don't like it, I could always go back in. Because I don't really like how that one looks, but I could always go back in and do something else. I just wanted to get like a base now. Because you know the whites of the eyes are not really the whites of the eye. It just isn't. So I'm using this because it has a very thin kind of like whatever, and you can get into like small spaces. So I'm going in with that. And then she has like a red hue right there. So we're gonna go in, we're gonna pop that in. I'm just popping things in as I see them, and I'm just going in with like light color for real. I mean, I don't want it to look like blood. I don't like this little what's the name? I need more control than this. Didn't want it to look like blood. But she does have on like a red kind of like shadow, eyeshadow type of thing. So I like the pink one kind of a lot better than that red. Yep, yep. Very exciting stuff, right? Very exciting stuff. I mean, that's the good thing about this is kind of why I like gouache and I love oil paint is because you have time to kind of go in and change stuff you don't like or whatever, blah blah blah, and do other things. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, for real. You got time to go in and do other things. All right, so I think this is the stage where you definitely want to let it dry, change out your water, take a stretch, get some water. We are definitely break time. So we're going to break 5 minutes, grab some tea, some coffee, some wine, change out your water if you're painting with me, you know? Or you could just dry your painting while you wait. I need to put this. Ooh. Oh, God. Not put my. Go wash your hands, pee, all the things. Let me spray my palette while I'm in the interim. So it's coming together. It's slowly looking like what I want. I'm trying to figure out, and then I'm kind of figuring out what things are going to be, how am I going to color things, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Right now, she looks like she's been bruised in the eye, but don't worry about it, okay? You know? Don't fret about it. Don't worry your pretty little head about it because it's only temporary. Again, you can go in and do other things later on after the fact. I'm going to change out my water, grab some water, and we're going to and do a quick stretch. And we will be right back after these messages. Okay? All right, y'all, and we're back and better than ever. Sorry for the delay. I had to ooh stretch and put something in the oven. You know, the duties are never done, right? The duties are never done. But yeah, thank you so much for being patient and I hope you had a good stretch if you stretched with me, or I hope you grabbed some water or some sort of snack as you kind of float through your painting. I got some fresh water, replenish my body, and replenish my water, my paint water at the same time. Okay. All right. So let's work on kind of painting the face and figuring that out. And we'll kind of like work our way down as we kind of flow through it. I don't know what I was thinking when I drew this thing right here. I don't know. So this is gonna be either a dope necklace or it's gonna be a weird turtleneck. I don't know. I haven't decided yet what it's gonna be, but it's definitely gonna be like a weird turtleneck or something crazy going on. I don't know. Anyway, let's proceed. Let's proceed to give you what you need. 9-5 mother. Okay, let me stop. I don't know where was that song from? Every time I hear like Biggie, like all I think about is Diddy. Which just taints the whole memory of it. Like I don't know. Anyway, I digress. Okay. I digress. All right, so let's whip out the palette. I'm not doing any flowers right now, so I'm gonna switch back over to my other palette. And we're gonna use that. We're back into like the dorks. The dorks, honey. The dark side of it all. Spray the palette again. And now we're gonna kind of figure out what we want to do as far as skin tone. She is brown skin, so brown skin girl. I don't know why I'm like singing every song. Oh man, why am I just cracking myself up? I think I'm like delirious. I'm definitely delirious today, bruh. Anybody know that? Name that tune for real. Does anybody actually listen to dancehall anymore? I don't know. Does anybody listen to dancehall anymore? I don't know. Does anybody listen to it anymore? Who knows? Okay, anyway. Oh, sorry, you guys. Sorry. I just hit my mic. Anyway, I don't know if people's listening to dancehall anymore at all. At all, but you know. Most of y'all like girl, we know we don't know. If you decide that you don't really know what dancehall is, then yeah, you wouldn't know anyway. So I'm gonna mix a little bit of colors together to give me like that brown, kind of like her skin tone, right? And that's just a yellow ochre I'm adding just to lighten it up. Like the different browns here, you can add if you feel like you need to. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of this. Brown skin girl. Okay, so now I'm gonna be singing that song the whole time. All right, so now we can see her beautiful face. And you can just start, just add what you want. Now, I would, go in with like different colors. Like you could even do like a colorful type of portrait too. Whatever you see fit. Go in with the different portraits, darling. Going with something a little bit darker underneath here. Because under the forehead or the hair is always going to be a little bit darker anyway. It's always going to be a little bit darker. Hmm. And then, I mean, the lighter you want it to be, the more you would add, like, white, yellow ochre, stuff like that. So I'm just going in with, like, straight white. Straight up white. And then it's going to mix in with, like, the other stuff. That was too much white. So I'm going to dab it off over there. And mix and match as we go. I'm using this smaller brush because of the fact that the face is pretty small in this portrait. So why not, right? Am I right? Why not? She has a pretty long chin. Pretty long chin. Let me use a little bit of that and a little bit of this. The sides of your face, like the sides of your eyes, all that stuff is always gonna be a little bit darker, especially if it's in shadow. So that's kind of something you need to think about. If it's in the shadow. Alright, and then you have that. And this one is a little bit lighter. But I'm trying not to go over the eyelid because I wanted to give the illusion like there is an eyelid and there's something happening with the eyelid. You know? Maybe you don't know. Oh, you can't see my palette. You can't see the palette. The palette. We had a little bit of skipping right there. I just seen that. A little bit of skipperinos. I don't like that. Same thing here. Definitely want to be careful around the lips and stuff like that, because you see I kind of went over it. Putting the lighter part around here. Right around here. Kind of being careful with the nose. I'm going to put it over here so I can see the bottom of the face. And then you can go a little bit lighter over here. Go a little bit lighter over here. Now I'm going to wipe off the excess on my thing over here. Wash out my brush. And while this is kind of still wet, I'm going to go in with some white. Make it as light as possible. Put it right down the middle to simulate that, you know. that highlight, or I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a, yeah, it looks like a little highlight down her nose. That's kind of where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? So then it's like two different aspects of the nose, and then like this some in here. Mm, it's a little bit over here too. So I'm just going in where I see I need to go in with it. Now I'm just going with just strictly water. Water. And see how much I can blend while I'm at it. Blend as much as I can. I might have to make her eyes a little bit bigger too. I just thought about that. Alright, so down here is going to be straight up like a dark color. And I'm going to add a little bit of darkness to it. And let's get a little bit of pink going on the lip, like you do. A little bit of pink action. You can even put a little bit up here too. But I have very little on my brush, so yeah. Very little on my brush. A little bit of shadow under here. Yeah. I'm just putting a little bit of shadow underneath the nose. Try not to let it spread. So you got to make sure you're. I think it's like a delicate dance of making sure your brush is wet, but not too wet. It's like dripping all around and whatever. I think that's the problem. You have to make sure it's not like too wet. Okay. Make sure it's not too wet, girl. And then we're going to put some of this. For like the earring. Ow. Yaug. Things are hurting. I'm dipping into the yellow. You guys can't really see it that great, but I am. I didn't like the lips, but here we are. Here we are. Okay. Sometimes you're not gonna always like everything you paint too, so that's something you gotta think about. Will you like everything you paint? Not really. It's gonna be some days you're like, I hate that. That looks like shit. That looks like shit. Absolute cockadoodie. Mm. And today might be one of those days. Where you're like, yeah, that doesn't look good. I don't like that. All right. So now I'm gonna kind of go in and do what I want. Kind of mix those different reds. Sorry, my alarm is going on. Go ahead, don't forget, get that oven mitt. I'm just using straight up water, huh? Lord have mercy, boy.
I'm gonna get burned.
You did it last time.
That's because it was breakfast. I'm gonna get burned this time.
All right, I'm coming.
Here, you do it.
Okay. All right, y'all. Let me take this thing out of the oven real quick for my son. He's scared. He's scared to take it out. Stay afraid. She looks sad. Hold on. All right, I'm back. I'm back. And better than ever. Okay. Sorry, but a mother's job is never done. Okay? Just the way it is, baby. The way it is. All right. Where were we? We were doing lips. Lips, lips, lips. I need this to be a little bit darker, so we're going to add a little bit of black to it just to darken it up. Just to darken. I'm getting into some black. Like you do. This is straight up black I'm going in. The darker you make this area, the more you highlight the face. So that's why I'm going in with just straight up black. And no black, no chaser. Black, no chaser. And do you know that perfume is gone now, you guys? It's only been what? An hour since I put it on, and it's gone. Absolutely gone. So there you go. That's it. That should tell you everything you need to know about that. It's a shit perfume that smells like shit. It's just a horrible perfume. Like, what the hell? Why does it smell like that? People, yeah, I don't know. I guess you got to take what people be saying and you got to take what people say with a grain of salt, especially when it comes to TikTok. Because people be making up shit for real. They're like, oh, this is the best damn whatever since sliced bread. And then, like, you get it and it smells like a baboon's ass. It smells horrific, you know what I mean? All right. Let me get, we're gonna use some little alcohol, not alcohol, but we're gonna use some of my favorite. We're gonna use some of this. We're gonna use some I'm using this water-based kind of Tombow marker to fill in kind of like the gaps and stuff. That's what I'm doing. Just in case you guys are wondering. Same thing here. Julius. I was wondering, what is that noise? It's that damn cat, man. My cat is a menace. Absolute menace for real. He's a goddamn menace to society. He's been put here to harass me. And you cannot tell me otherwise. He's been absolutely put here to get on every nerve I have available in my body. You okay? That's what that cat is for. He gets onto every nerve I have left in my body. Right. So I kind of went in with this dark Tumbo marker, but you can do it with your paintbrush or anything. And I left the brown kind of glaze that I put earlier. I left some of that brown, as you can see in the middle, to give it like a natural highlight. And that sort of kind of gave me the pop that I wanted in her eye. Let's move in closer so you can see what I'm talking about. See? So you got a closer look as to what I'm talking about in the eye. And I'm gonna go in with that. Going straight up with that, right? Now you can hear my cat doing nonsense in the background. Okay. I'm gonna give her some little wispies because, like you do, right? Do the look wispies. And then I'm going to take this same dark brown to outline her eyes and give them more dimension, right? Now this at this time I'm not really following the reference photo per se, but I mean it's like a similar vibe, right? Oh, you can't really see the reference photo. I gotta zoom out. But yeah. Oh, I got my hand all in the paint. Oh, that's wonderful. I love that for me. That is lovely. We love that. Hold on, I'm having a crisis with the paint. She's having a crisis, okay? We're under crisis here. Like, come on. So yeah, I mean that pissed me off though. I'm not gonna hold you. I might just like do a bad review on TikTok and be like, yeah, this smells like shit. Would that be like bitter of me to put that in as like a bad review? I don't know. Possibly, right? Possibly. Right? Possibly. Right? Let's see if we can get some long eyelashes now. Let's go whoop. And a whoop. Long, beautiful eyelash. Well, at least a fake eyelash, right? Nice fake eyelash at this point, right? Let's do it. Why not? Everybody else is doing it. Everyone else is doing it. So why not, right? I don't know what it is, but she looks so friggin' sad, you guys. I don't know what it is. I must have been feeling sad that day. The day I drew her. Yep. Okay. Let's zoom out. So I just want to give you a close up. Now she looks like a person. Yes, I love that. So see, she looks very similar. This is a way you can kind of do it, like make it your own. Make even though you find a reference photo somewhere, you can still kind of make it your own and do whatever you want to do, darling. It doesn't necessarily have to be whatever. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Yeah, I don't like that. I want to make this pinker. So I'm trying to figure out how to make it pinker without disturbing anything, you know? Without disturbing anything. All right, so we did her face. So now all we have to do is really just do the shirt. Make sure you add your highlights, yada yada yada, etc. etc. I'm giving y'all the goods, baby. Hey, let me see. Did you eat it? Did you eat everything? What happened? That's mysterious. It's a mystery. When you say nothing is happening, something's happening. You all right? Yeah, you gotta get some. You gotta take your antibiotic. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to mother and do everything else at the same time. But this will be realistically like we're hanging out, right? Like we're at home chilling. Realistically, if you was here with me, for real, this is what we would be doing. I would be cooking, cleaning, doing mother stuff, and then painting in between, for real, right? But this I love. I love this. I have to find a way to get a deeper color onto her eyes. Let me see. What do I have? What does she have, girl? All right, so I got this. I got a gel pen that I love. And I'm gonna see how that goes because it might not go the way I wanted to go. Ooh, bitch! Look at that. Stop it now. Stop it. And it got glitter. Stop it now. Hold on. Let's. You gotta get a close up for that one. Boom, blackout. Let's get a close up of the glitter. Can you see it? Look at the glitter. Look at it glow. Look at all the things. That was the best idea I ever had, for real. Ooh, and I gotta put some glitter on this side. There you go. Bam. Yes, I love that. I love it. Look at that, and even more glitter. Ooh, we gotta be doing more gel pens in our work, you guys. Stop it now. Stop it. We definitely gotta be doing more glitter in our work. Stop it. Like, how are we feeling about that? Look at that. That looks gorge. Stop it now. Okay. I'm probably gonna hate it in the morning. For now, I think I like it a lot. Hold on. Let me tilt it up so I can see. Oh, okay. I just wanted to see really quickly if I'm like, am I bugging or am I loving it? I don't know. I think I love it. I think I'm loving it. Okay. Hold on. I gotta fix something on her face though. Fix the stuff on your face, girl. I'm just going back in with the same kind of whatever that I've always had. The same whatever, you know? Just to fill that in. So it's not like splotchy, if that makes sense. Fill it in, girl. Fill it in. Okay. Yeah, I'm just like blending it, blending in, fill it in. Right? Blend it and fill it. Blend it in and fill it in. And I'm gonna cut down some of that eye action going on. Some of the eye action. So I want to know, what are you guys watching on TV right now? Like, what's your favorite shows? What are you like enjoying? I've been watching a lot of like crime show, cop show type things. That's what I've been watching. Crime show, cop show, kind of like the rookie, dot 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 bop bop bop, stuff like that. Where is my gel pen? Here's the gel pen. Mm-hmm. And I'm putting a little bit of a dash, like dash, dot dot dot. Look at that. And I put it right on the side. And you see how that gives you such a beautiful glow? Because I put it right on top of that brown glow, right? So just dash, dash, flow with it, right? Bam, black eye.
Say, Sam.
Just gonna extend that down a little bit. Extend it, love it. Of course, after the stream, I always go in and look and see, like, do I really like it? Make adjustments, da 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 da, bop 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 bop. And in the daylight, things are gonna look totally different anyway. So, yada yada yada, right? Now, I feel like let's color her shirt. Let's color the shirt. Ooh, yep. Let's color the shirt. And I'm trying to figure out what I want. I feel like I want the shirt to be green. I'm feeling lots of color today. Lots of color. So let's do green, like you do. Where's my other palette? Oh. Let's do green. My palette is nice and wet and whatever. I'm going to mix it in with that yellow. And see, when I mix it in with the yellow, it gives me the perfect olive green that I want. You can kind of go over it with like a very thin layer. But I always tell you, make sure that you want that color before you put it on there. Definitely make sure of that. Because you're going to be sorely disappointed if you don't want that color and you start putting it on there. If you don't want it, don't put it, girl. Ooh. Why did I add that? I don't want that. Why did I add that? I don't want that. Now it's going to be a different sort of green. See, that makes it a whole different other green. That makes it a whole different other green. That's not what I asked you for, sis. And sometimes it's hard to get the ratio of kind of what you want after that. I gotta wash my brush out because that's not what I wanted. It did not give me what I wanted for real. What is that? Brother, right? We don't know. Ooh, but we could turn around, right? And we could do. I'm trying to figure out what goes with green, blue. Blue, green. Yeah, yeah. Um, hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, why did I do that? Why? 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 Why do I hate my life right now? I didn't want that. Like, no, don't go into that yellow. Stop it now. Damn it. Yes, we're doing tune tone weird sweater. It's gonna be a weird two tone sweater. I'm feeling like the flower power hippie, the hippiness of it all. Because I was watching somebody on TikTok, again on TikTok, right? Watching somebody on TikTok and they was doing like a get ready with me, whatever you call it, like showing people their outfit. And it was so cute. And it was like really like hippie, artsy, but like the weird art teacher type with all the patterns and like weird shit going on. And I was like, oh my god, that is like so me. I love that. I love that. Okay. Like stop it. Stop it now. I don't know why for the life of me I have adopted that stupid that stupid voice. But roll with it, y'all. Roll with it. Okay, that's the voice for today. Okay. Oh my gosh, she looks so 60s. I love that for her, right, you guys? We love that for her. Like for real, I love that for her. I love that for her. I'm like, oh my god, y'all. Oh my god, we have done it. For real. Yeah, if y'all made it to this point, you an absolute superstar. You're a star. you know? Absolute star. Star power, darling. Okay? Absolute star power. Yep. Even though it looks insane with this two-tone shirt, but it works. It works. Tell me it doesn't work. Tell me it freaking doesn't work. Okay? Ow. Yow. Things are hurting. Things are aching. I don't know where is. I just had my marker and now I don't know what the hell happened to it. Because I want to outline some stuff, but I don't have the marker that I need. I don't think this is it. Maybe it isn't. But I don't think that's it either, no. Maybe. It isn't really the green I was looking for, though, but yeah. I guess it'll do, you know? It'll do, donkey. It'll do, right? Not really what I was looking for, but you know. Gotta make it work, I guess. It definitely looks like the Jetsons sort of outfit, right? I'm telling you, I was definitely inspired by that woman that I saw on that TikTok. I gotta get the hell off TikTok, okay? It's the devil's workshop. Cause why am I on there buying like horrible perfumes and other crap I don't need? Who knows? I don't know. Horrible perfumes. This is definitely a psychedelic outfit. It's like, yeah, you're ready. You had some mushrooms at Woodstock. You're ready to roll. You know what I'm saying? You have no arms, but you are ready to roll. Oh man. What are we thinking, you guys? What are we feeling about this? I'm loving it. I don't think it's much else we can like do to improve. Let's see. Let's put a little bit right here. So as you can see, water-based markers are good to like add certain stuff to your illustrations and yada yada yada. I definitely feel like it is. It can definitely add some fun stuff to like your illustrations if you feel like you need to add something, if you want to like spice it up, you know. You can definitely add some stuff. So yeah, definitely if you guys are loving the stream, comment below and let me know how you feel. Or if you happen to be pun the replay, comment and tell me what you would like to see next. All the things. And make sure you subscribe and hit that like button if you're liking it and loving it. Because it helps your sis out. But yeah. Y'all know what it is. I love you guys so, so much. Catch me on Sunday. Hopefully, we'll be back with another episode of fun gouache painting. Or if you want to see something else, you want to do acrylic painting or you want to do something else, definitely comment below or hit me up on Instagram. All the links are in the description box below. So, yeah, you know what it is. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye. Bye. Bye.